Inquiry-based instruction is very beneficial because it opens up the doors for students to learn how to wonder and to challenge and to be curious. We talked a lot in my class about change makers and how just asking one simple question or standing up against something that you don't believe is right or finding a problem in your environment, your community, that could include your classroom as well, and taking a chance to find a way to solve that problem for yourself or for others. So we're going to be talking about the dash for Jackie Robinson today and analyzing his dash, all the events that happened in his lifetime. Would you help me do that?
Yes.
I would love you to help me do that. Before we start, we're going to talk about images and how pictures tell the stories, because on your tables you will have an envelope, and each envelope has 9 photographs or images of Jackie Robinson throughout his life in it, okay? But before we do that, what can we learn from pictures or photographs? We learned a lot. You know, how about I pick somebody? Let's see. Phoenix, do you mind sharing? What do we learn from pictures or images or photographs? What can we learn from them?
What they're doing.
What someone is doing. I like that. Denzel, what can I learn from images or photographs?
Kind of about Jackie Robinson's life.
About his life. But Toby, what can I learn from an image or a photograph?
You can learn where it is.
Yes, where's the location? Where is it? Take a moment and I want you to just look and think. All right, which one does not belong? I can only call on maybe 2 or 3 people to share out what they and their partner thought. So you're gonna tell me which one you think does not belong and give me your reason for it, okay? Your reason, your proof, your evidence of it. Apollo.
I think the first one was because all the pictures, there's people, and that one doesn't have people, it just has him.
Okay, good. What'd your partner think?
My partner think it was the first one because it was more cartoon.
Because it's more cartoony? Okay, so the fact that it was more animated or cartoony make you think it was different? I was excited to plan for the lesson today. I wanted to include visual literacy as a component of the lesson so that I can give the students an opportunity to be able to express themselves and to be able to evaluate images of Jackie Robinson and his life. I knew for this lesson that I wanted my students to be able to utilize a timeline, and I wanted them to have the opportunity to use visual literacy for this lesson and to take images from the events of Jackie Robinson's life that we've been studying very thoroughly and organize them in detail. Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome back to class. Welcome to school. I'm so happy to have you here with me today. Throughout the school year, we've been learning about young people who have been questioning and wondering and daring after they discover or observe something in their community that they thought was not quite right, that they wanted to change or they wanted to make better for someone else or for themselves too. Today, we're going to discuss another change maker who dared a lot, who took great risk and took a lot of chances to make the world at large and the world of sports and our communities a better place. Today we're going to be learning about Jackie Robinson. We love learning about Mr. Robinson. Here's our essential question. Why do you think that Jackie Robinson is celebrated and remembered today? Why do you think? We had spent a lot of time talking about Jackie Robinson and his contributions to world history and Georgia history and United States history, and I knew that they were really interested in the topic. We discussed his challenges, we discussed him being in the Army as well, so just a lot of diving into his life and his livelihood and how he had to overcome different obstacles in his personal life. So the plan was to provide the images for them to do and have opportunity for them to have lots of discussions and conversations about what they were seeing. And I knew that with the information processing skills, they would be doing comparing and contrasting and talking about the differences and similarities, as well as being able to identify images that reflected his character traits as well.
I'll think about that. But then after, he had the Dodgers shirt right here.
Wait a minute.
And then he got a lot of fans, so that's right there.
Wait a minute, so this will be first.
No. That's not. Oh, wait, go.
But this will be after this because he's doing baseball.
That looks like a running uniform.
Okay, so what does that mean?
That one is first. Track? We don't.
Tell me what you did. Tell me first, okay?
Running, right?
Who was he running for?
He was running.
Do you remember?
For the Brooklyn Dodgers.
Not track for the Brooklyn Dodgers. What sport is that?
Baseball.
That's baseball. Okay, so that's baseball.
So, and then he went to the Army because he took out of college for the Army.
He did.
And then he shook the hand.
Okay.
And then he entered. And then he played. And then he started.
What did he enter? What did he enter?
Brooklyn.
The Brooklyn Dodgers.
Yep.
What gave you that idea? Wait, you changed your mind? Why? Tell me.
Look here. It says Dodgers
Dodgers.
house.
Okay.
But he shook the hand. And then he played the game.
Whose hand did he shake?
He shook your favorite,
Dr. King?
No.
No, not Dr. King?
He was at,
Oh, that was George. That was George Shuba. George Shuba.
No, the one who made a deal.
Oh, Branch Rickey.
Yeah.
Okay, Branch Rickey. Okay. He played the game.
And then he took a picture.
Took a picture.
Another picture. Why are they all 42?
Okay, well that would be a great question. Why are they all wearing 42?
Wait, because that's when he died. No. Where would this? Do you think that's right? That's last.
You have to tell me. You think this one is last? Come and tell them why. Come over here. Tell them why.
Look, he's old. This is supposed to be here.
But listen to his idea.
This is supposed to be here because when he died, he was going, but he played this. Yes, to honor him.
Yes.
Yes.
That should be last. Aren't you, come back. Aren't you glad you used your voice and shared your ideas? Okay, go back to the beginning and then look at them carefully. Think about it. I'll come back, okay? So when I count to 3, I want you to hold up and show everybody which image your group chose for civility. All right, so you guys can all see what other people thought, okay? So just purple first. 1, 2, 3. Look around. Did anybody else choose what you chose?
I know some people chose like the same exact pom.
No one did mine.
No one did yours? Gabriel, show yours so we can all see. Okay?
Mine is the only one who did.
Difference of opinions, that's
I
okay.
swear I saw someone else do it.
You thought so? I would say I had set my students up for this work by providing opportunity for discussion. So whether that be through turn and talk or think, pair, share, we do a lot of that in our classroom, as well as elbow partners at your table. When you complete your work, turn to a partner or share with someone else. Not always be social studies, could be math as well. And it's also cross-curricular because when we have our English language arts lessons, we do a lot of text evidence, improving your responses. Incorporating ELA into social studies is actually very natural because there's so much reading involved. And so having them have the opportunity to look at different primary sources and other resources, as well as reading in social studies, helps as well. And then giving students the opportunity to write in response to things that we're learning about or to write their questions down. If you're talking about a historical figure, giving them the opportunity to ask questions. What would you want to ask this person? What would you want to write about? And it also gives them a chance to journal and get their feelings out because social studies content can be a little bit heavy at times. And so self-expression or talking about what they've learned through writing is very beneficial. In your social studies journal, you're going to choose 5 images from the 9 that are displayed. Don't move them, but you can draw a quick sketch in your social studies journal that's located inside of your desk for the 5 images that you think is going to be your own personal timeline. So the 5 events, the 5 things that he did in his life that you think are most significant or special and important. And then you can quick sketch them and then write a caption about them if you get that far. The most challenging thing about shifting to inquiry-based instruction can be just getting started, to be honest with you. Deciding what topic to begin with, or when you feel comfortable enough to do it, or whether or not you feel like your students are ready for it. Because as teachers, we can be perfectionists at times, and we don't want to fail, we want to be successful. And I think if you would just allow yourself to be willing to fail, because honestly, it's not really failure as much as it is an opportunity or an experience. and something that as you do it more of it, the greater confidence you'll gain in it as well. If a brand new teacher was coming in or someone who had been teaching for quite some time, but they were just beginning to dive into the world of inquiry, I would say take it one step at a time, trust yourself, choose something that you're very comfortable and confident with, and then just start. But then I would also add to that to build relationships with your students too, and a classroom environment where they feel comfortable and safe, because a part of inquiry really is feeling comfortable enough to ask the question and feeling comfortable and confident enough to wonder about it in the first place. So if they feel comfortable with you as well as with their classmates, it will open up the doors for more conversation to develop as well. So pictures can tell you how old somebody might be?
Okay, so these are swapped actually. I think it's this one.
I love your wondering. I love it. Keep going. You think it's that one because why? What's the reason?
This one because he is a little bit younger.
A little bit younger?
Yeah.
And these ones
And this one I think is after that because he's a bit older and he is talking about joining a white team.
Which one is he talking about joining the white team? Show me. This one?
Like they're talking about
Professional league?
he's like in the 40s. And then this is him leaving the
What is he leaving? That's what I was thinking too.
Dodgers. He's leaving the Dodgers, I think.
What would he be doing? Is he leaving because he's unhappy? Why would he leave? What do you think?
Dodgers. He's leaving because he's
Yes.
Do you get too old to play baseball?
No.
What do you think? Do you get too old to play baseball?
Yeah,
Sometimes you can. Sometimes you can. Okay. How is this significant that they're all wearing 42? How's it significant?
Because they're honoring him from playing very good and being civil to his players.
That makes this one selfish.
All right, so you all decide which one is which, okay? For your civility and civil rights and all those things. Success after an inquiry-based lesson looks like students that felt comfortable sharing with you. So students that maybe don't talk very often or don't share often, or students that typically don't have a lot to say, when they start talking, when they begin asking one another questions, or when another student will begin to answer someone else's question, or to dive in and say, oh, that was interesting, I was thinking this instead. And there's a level of comfort there and trust that's there, and they begin having those conversations. Shifting to inquiry has changed my teaching because I think it allows me to be able to step back just a little bit and to allow my students to have more freedom and autonomy with their learning, and engage them into diving a little bit deeper and getting a little uncomfortable and challenging themselves. Accommodating for learner differences is really important because everyone learns at their own level. And allowing students to know that whatever they have to offer and share is valued and significant and needed for the conversation and the discussion is really important. So that might mean pairing a student up who doesn't speak very often or who may be language delayed or may have a different learning need with someone who's very comfortable and confident with that, and that will reassure them or hold their hand, so to speak, and guide them through it is really important too. Setting students up for success is an important component of it because you do want them to not shut down or not want to try to be involved in the process. So maybe you could think about different questions that you might want to ask them, follow-up questions that they may have about a topic or subject, or being willing to say, I don't know, but we can research it. I can help you find the answers for that. Or what information do you already have that you can add on to what you're trying to solve or figure out to help you solve that problem or answer that question? You can do
I think
it.
it's a national holiday.
Jackie Robinson Day? Okay.
Jackie Robinson Day.
Because?
Because
You're okay. Because?
he changed civil rights in baseball
Yes, I love that connection. How so?
and white to mix and both play, and he changed it
He did.
for the Georgia
And?
United States of America
Yes, and the?
and the nation.
Yes, awesome way to go back to our standards. Beautiful. I always let them know that challenge is good for them. It means that they're learning and growing. And then giving them the courage and the support that they need to be willing to ask more questions, to be willing to find the answers on their own a little bit more independently, knowing that I'm there to support them, but for them to go and take more of ownership for their learning, returning to their essential questions, thinking about what they're seeing, what they're thinking, and what they're wondering, and understanding that those all apply to their learning. Which image best represented sportsmanship? Look around.
Yeah.
Are they the same?
We have the same exact ones. Yeah.
Maybe one or two?
She's the only one.
You're the only one that has this one? Let me see, Belle, which one do you guys have? Oh, Caitlin has it?
Yeah.
Mikey.
Yeah, two whole groups had the same pom-poms.
Okay. I am tremendously proud and impressed by your conversations, your collaboration. It looked like what collaboration should look like. It felt the way that collaboration should feel. And it sounded also the way that collaboration should sound. And I love your debating. And why did you put that there? And I don't agree. What do you think? Can we change it? That was lovely. That was very lovely. It was wonderful. I want you to think about something really quickly before we end our lesson together. And I love that you had a way and a time to connect Jackie Robinson to yourself on a personal level. And what I was able to hear you all share. We'll be talking about Jackie Robinson and his life, but think also about civil rights. Was Jackie Robinson's journey, even to the end of his baseball career, was all of his life in some way or another connected to civil rights and the civil rights movement?
Yes.
Do you think so?
Yes.
How so? I would love to hear. How so? Ari?
Because he started trying to join white professional teams, and he actually did. And then more people started doing it, and then more and more. And that's why people inside all kinds of races can play sports together.
I agree with you. What about his journey in the military? So was it exclusively for baseball? Or were there other events in his life also? There were other events too.
Like he going to college and then he'd go to the army.
Yes.
And then he skated at whiteboard.
Yes, was he a change maker?
Yes.
Yes. Should we celebrate him and honor him? Absolutely. All right, how do you feel?
Good.
Do you feel amazing? I feel amazing too. Thank you. It's important to provide affirmation just because they're trying so hard, and it lets them know that you are listening, that they are being heard, that their contributions are valued and valuable, and it lets them know that they can do it, that they can have conversations, they can have discussions, they can question safely, and it lets them know that they are learning and growing.